All right, what's up, everyone? It's Zach, and today I'm here with a very special guest. I'm joined by Kyle Jung. Kyle, how are you doing today?
I'm all right. How are you guys?
Good, I'm doing well. Thanks, man, and thanks for taking some time to chat today.
Thank you for having me.
Of course. So, Kyle currently is a student at the University of Michigan, also in the Ross School of Business there. Really big in fitness, fitness influencer, does some content creation for fitness. That's just a little bit about Kyle. But do you mind kind of talking a little bit about your background, who you are, what you're up to these days, all that good stuff?
Yeah. So I'm 18 years old from Troy, Michigan. Uh, I grew up a Michigan fan, so applying to college, like Michigan was my target school. It's always been a dream to go there, so actually going there is pretty cool. Um, I'm a freshman at the Ross School of Business at Michigan. In high school, I played like basketball, ran cross country all 4 years. I was a cross country captain my senior year, and I really got into lifting December 2019.
Okay.
After I got cut from basketball, I got into lifting more than like I used to, and then I really started going every day like February 2020, and then I started fitness Instagram January 2021, so like almost a year ago.
Okay.
And then through that, I reached out to Young LA and Gorilla Mind. Those were like, I think the only two companies I reached out to. And then they took a chance on me. And then, yeah. So then I did like a men's physique show. I prepped for that.
Yeah.
Um, so actually, how I started that, um, in, I think it was like February or maybe end of January when I had like 900 followers.
Okay.
Um, a coach reached out to me through my DMs. Like he saw my page somehow, and then he was like asking just about me, and then
Yeah.
he said like he saw I was prepping for a show or like planning to prep for one, and then
Yeah.
he offered to coach me for free. Um, he said like I'll give you like an 8 week program, like everything like specifically for you for free, as long as like you let me use your like transformation and like as like advertisement for his coaching.
Okay.
And then it ended up being like 15 weeks and it was all for free. So
Wow.
I don't know why he reached out. He said he saw potential in me, but like that was probably like the biggest thing to happen for me, like just in general, because
Yeah.
he's not like insanely high profile, but like he's a qualified coach.
That's
So
awesome.
yeah, it was pretty crazy. And then
Yeah, that is
like a
crazy.
month later, I got sponsored by Young LA at like 1,700 followers.
Okay.
So I was probably their like lowest followed athlete at the
Yeah.
time. And then like I just had people like spam or like I had my friends on like that I met through Instagram spam tag him in the comments,
Yeah.
and then he just like noticed it because he had like I think 4,000 followers at the time, and I shot him like an essay, it was like a huge essay in his DMs, like why he should pick me up. It's like,
Yeah.
yo, like I'm hungry, like I'm 17, like I have so much potential, and like I love the brand. You're the only brand I want to be with. Like please, like
Yeah.
take a chance on me. I won't let you down. And then
I
he was
love
like,
that.
yeah, let's go for it. So, I mean, like the smallest athlete I knew, like that was on Young LA at the time, probably had like 9,000 followers, but the kid was massive, like he was huge.
Okay.
I was no way, like no way he like takes a chance on me.
Yeah.
But then like I think I got the text like I was at the gym or something, and I literally screamed. I screamed and I like ran downstairs.
Yeah.
I just like sat in the lobby for like 30 minutes, just like texting people.
That's
It was
awesome.
crazy. But and then so I got picked up by them like I
Yeah.
think it was like March 7th, 2021.
Okay.
And then I sent basically the same DM to More Plates, More Dates, like Derek, the owner of
Yeah.
Gorilla Mind. I don't know how familiar you are with fitness, but like
Yeah, definitely.
he's like so like Gary, the owner of Young LA,
Yep.
he's not known for like anything else in fitness besides Young LA.
Right.
And it's not like he's an influencer himself. So like
Right.
he doesn't have like a massive following. He's just like I wouldn't say he's a normal guy, but like he's a more normal guy than like Derek is. Like Derek's
Sure.
not a normal guy. He's massive, and then
Yeah.
like posts so much on YouTube. He's like he hit 1 million subscribers like recently,
Yeah, I
which
saw that.
is like insane.
Yeah.
But so I reached out to him, but he at the time he had like 300 something thousand followers on Instagram, and he's like, so I was like, no way he responds, right? But
Right.
so I asked one of the young LA guys, like Jake Teeter. I don't know if you know him,
I haven't
but
heard of him. I don't think
okay.
so.
But I texted him. I was like, yo, bro, like I saw Derek follows you. Like, if you can, like, just let him know that I DM'd him just to check my DM. Like,
Yeah.
if I can get my foot in the door, that'd be dope. He goes,
Yeah.
yeah, bro, I got you. So I was just waiting on that. I was like, no way he doesn't respond to Jake. And then, like, I followed up, like, a week later. He goes, yo, bro, like, he hasn't opened my DM. Like, I don't know what to tell you. I was like, all
Yeah.
right. So then I was looking at, like, a smaller up and coming supplement company that one of my other friends was on.
Okay.
Um, because I just wanted to be like on a company, but
Yeah.
like Gorilla was like the dream.
Yeah.
But I was like, since like if I don't get a response in like a couple weeks, like I don't see like me getting a response in the future.
Yeah.
And then like it was I think the night before I wanted to hop on, like I was gonna send the owner of a different company a message, and I've already talked to him before. Because he's like relatively unknown.
Okay.
Uh, And then like that night, I got a DM from Derek. He goes, "Hey man," it said more plates, more dates. Like send you a message. He goes,
Yeah.
"Hey man!" Exclamation mark. Like, sure, let's go for it. I was like, dude, what? And so then I was so hyped. So I
Yeah.
texted the Young LA owner and like that group chat that they set me up with.
Yeah.
I texted them. I was like, "Yo, like you guys have another like Young LA gorilla athlete." He goes, "I know, man. Like I was the one that like talked to Derek for you." I was like, "Oh my god."
Oh wow.
So him, Gary, and Derek
Yeah.
are like friends because they have so many athletes like
Yeah.
together that he like texted him saying that I was like making good sales and like I have like
That's awesome.
potential, like pick me up.
Yeah.
And then so like Derek picked me up and then I got set up with like the Gorilla guys and it's like so sick.
That's
Yeah.
crazy, man.
Yeah. So I got picked up like end of March or probably like March 20 something. I posted on
Okay.
Instagram. So whatever that day was, probably the night before.
Yeah.
Um, but I posted on Instagram. Then like that week, it was crazy because I was talking about it in like a YouTube video,
Yeah.
and like my YouTube videos came out so slow. So I would like record it, and then it'd take like a week and a half, and then I put it out. So
Yeah.
then the one there was like a Young LA sponsorship announcement
Okay.
video, and then I did like a Q&A, and then somebody said any new like sponsors coming up. I was
Yeah.
like, nah, like I'm chilling. The only thing I want is Gorilla.
Right.
And then I was like, Gorilla, hit me up. And then it was like when that like the day that video went live, I think I got it.
Man.
And then but then another video came out saying like I was like I gave away like Young LA to my friends,
Hmm.
and then I said like I said something about Gorilla in that one too. And then there was a video that where it was like the last video before we went to Hawaii for like senior spring break.
Okay.
And then I was talking about like the pre-workout I took. I was like,
Yeah.
"Oh, I took Gorilla, like please, like hit me up."
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
then and then my boy like edited it over. He goes, "Psych," because like I got it.
Yeah.
It was one of those videos.
Sure.
Like there was like, "Please hit him up," and then it was like "Psych" because I got it.
Yeah.
But that was like after we were editing it.
Yeah.
Um, so then I went to Hawaii,
Yeah.
and then I came back with like a fat gorilla package on my porch.
That's
So I
amazing.
I opened it. It was like probably $700 worth of supplements. It was
Jeez.
like just like literally every single product they had. They just sent me one of
Yeah.
each, and then like 2 tubs of like whatever, and then like they sent me like 40 samples to like
Yeah.
give out. It's crazy.
Jeez. Man, it sounds like you've had quite a wild journey, and especially it seems like it's been like the last like year or two that it's really kind of taken off.
Yeah, no, it was literally it started in January, so like
Okay.
almost a year.
Almost a year.
Yeah, but like I've been lifting. I've been lifting since like middle school, like eighth grade,
Okay.
but like not actually. Like I've been familiar with like the gym kinda, but like I didn't
Yeah.
really know what to hit.
Okay.
So like I had like a somewhat of a split going, but then like
Gotcha.
with basketball and cross country, like I would never really like get a routine in. So I would just
Yeah.
like hit it when I can. But like it was I was like mostly goofing off, honestly. I was just going there and just
Right.
like doing stupid stuff with my friends.
Yeah, I feel like that's like a lot of people when they first start working out. It's like just messing around, doing it with
Yeah,
friends, being social and stuff.
yeah.
But Kyle, when you really started taking working out in the gym seriously, like, was there motivation behind it? Like, was it to just you want to get really big, you want to lose weight, you want like, was there a goal that motivated you to get
Yeah.
really involved with it?
Yeah. So like playing basketball, like I was honestly like I was one of the stronger ones like in the weight room because we
Okay,
had to like but like I was like probably the like objectively smallest kid on the team because I was like a like 5'7", honestly at that point probably 5'6", 5'5", like
okay,
130 pound like Asian dude, right?
yeah,
Like these kids are like my best friend growing up, like now he's like 6'6", white
jeez,
dude. I'm like,
yeah,
yo, like, but like I was like, cause like my arms are so short. Like I was like
yeah,
benching like with the big guys, and then like so I was always like pretty strong in the weight room, but like relative. But
yeah.
then so like I was like, if I can't like be good at basketball, I might as well like be stronger than these kids.
Okay,
So I wanted I forgot like what I think I wanted to like be able to like bully kids on the court, like just like
okay,
body them because
yeah,
I thought that was cool. And then I was never like very good at basketball. Like I feel like I should have made varsity, but I got cut. So
yeah,
then when I got cut, I had 2 hours extra that I didn't have like prior every single
yeah,
day because cross country season ended, and then like I was traveling for with like the varsity like summer and fall team,
yeah.
and then I was like the only guy that was on that roster that didn't make the actual roster.
Okay,
So I think I thought I got screwed, but then I was like,
yeah,
"Can I play JV?" And they're like, "Oh, no, like we need room for like the younger guys to develop." I said, "Okay, like cool."
okay,
So then I
jeez,
had 2 hours every day, and
yeah,
then I went like I was lifting and like just eating because like I thought like I was skinny, so I needed to like eat big to get big,
yeah,
which is like honestly like that's pretty stupid
yeah,
for most people, but for me it worked. And like I feel like if you're not like afraid to put on weight, like doing that for your first time, like first time actually lifting, I feel like that is like motivating.
sure,
Because like I saw the scale go up and it hasn't gone up like that, like ever. And I was like,
yeah,
oh, yo, I'm getting like massive. I put on like 4 pounds of muscle in a month, which is like
jeez,
definitely not true. I put on
yeah,
maybe like one, but
right,
I felt like I was getting massive, right? So then I put
yeah,
on like like a good amount in like a couple months. But like so that was December. I
okay,
really started lifting, but then like um February I like made it a point to go every single day. Um, cause like one of my friends, it's like literally like I say it's for basketball, but literally everything goes back to like girls, right?
okay, yeah,
For like most gym bros, it's like girls.
yeah,
So it was like it wasn't like there was this girl and then like my friend was taking her to like snow coming. It's like when the girls ask the guys instead of homecoming,
okay, okay,
right? And it happens in the winter, right? So it was
gotcha,
in February, and I wasn't going, but like he was a senior, right? And I was a junior, so he
okay,
was going, and then I was like that was like my friend from cross country, and then the girl was on cross country, right?
okay,
So I was like, oh yo, that's so hype. And then but they were going as like friends because they both needed dates, and
okay,
then they went to the party, and then he got like too drunk or whatever, and then he was like on the couch like sick, right?
okay,
And then she got with like she like hooked up with some other dude
okay,
that was like I really did not like. I'm like friends with him and he's cool, but sometimes he like makes me mad.
okay,
So I was like, oh that sucks. Like why? Like why does that have to
yeah,
happen to you? And like why does it have to be that guy? So I
Yeah.
was like, all right, there's nothing I can do about that. And like, and then she was like texting me after, even though she knew I liked her,
Sure.
like she was texting me after, like, oh my God, I feel so bad. Like, what should I do? I'm like, yo, don't text me about it. Like, I don't know.
Yeah.
You messed up. Like, I can't help you. I'm not helping you. So I was
Right.
like, all right, there's nothing I can do about that. Like, so then I was just like, it was basically like, F it. Like,
Yeah.
there's nothing to do right now. So then I'll just like do something that it'll make me better in
Sure.
general. But then I was
Yeah.
also like, just so like angry in the gym.
Yeah.
So like, if I had a bad workout, I'd been upset the rest of the day. Like,
Gotcha.
it was, I don't know. But then that was like from probably beginning of February to like middle of March, and then COVID hit.
Yeah.
So then like I was going I think I probably went like 30 days in a row to the gym.
Okay.
And then like I probably put on like 10 pounds since December,
Yeah.
which is like a good amount.
Yeah.
But like you could tell that I got bigger, but then I also got like fatter, but also wasn't fat,
Right.
because I was like a skinny kid before.
Right.
So like I don't know, I just feel like I got kind of lucky with
Yeah.
like my mindset going into it, and
Sure.
like starting out, most people don't really know like what to do or like how to train hard, and they also don't like because like the most people hate feeling sore, right?
Right.
Which I used to hate feeling sore, but then I was like so like I don't know, I was like so angry, like feeling sore felt like good, at least like something like I was doing something right.
Right.
So I don't know, it was like I enjoyed that, and then I would like it'd make me push harder the next time, right?
Yeah.
So then I kept pushing, and then COVID hit, and then like I didn't train for a week. I felt like I was like decaying. Like I was laying in bed and I was like so upset.
Yeah.
I was like I can't work out. Like I'm all the gains I made. I'm like literally I'm withering away. I thought.
Right.
So then I bought like it's like Gorilla Bow. I saw an ad for it. It's like
Okay.
it's like kind of like a barbell, but it's not a barbell. It's just like a thing that band's attached to, and then you
Okay.
can use it like a barbell, kind of.
Gotcha.
But it doesn't do the same thing as like an actual barbell will.
Okay.
But it was like all I had at the time, and so I was doing like I was working out for 3 hours a day, not even like an actual like intense workout. I was just getting like a ton of volume in just because
Yeah.
I was so bored. Like there was nothing to do.
Okay.
So I would work out. I would wake up like super late, and like I wanted to cut at this point, right? I wanted to get
Right.
like diced for the summer.
Right.
So I would wake up at like probably 12, eat like I don't even think I would eat. Like my breakfast would literally be pre-workout. I would,
Okay.
I'd take pre, and then I'd work out either in like my family room or on the deck for
Okay.
3 hours. I would eat, like watch YouTube like while I was working out, like in between sets.
Yeah.
So then it just took forever. But like I was not in a rush, like there was nothing to do. So
Sure.
I would waste like 3 hours. So I'd end up being done at like 4. And then I eat dinner at 6. That was like my first meal.
Yeah.
And then I would eat as much as I could, and
Yeah.
like just a ton of like protein, because I thought like I needed more protein. But then
Yeah.
like now looking back at it, it's so stupid because I was only eating 2 meals a day with like probably minimal like a good amount of protein, probably like 60 grams of protein in each meal, which
Okay.
like I should have spaced that out better,
Yeah.
but like I didn't know any better.
Right.
So then I got like so like usually my split was like 3 day split,
Okay.
but then I just switched it to a 2 day split. So I had two workouts that I would hit every other day.
Okay.
So I did that like probably for like 90 days, no rest.
Okay.
So then I just like I blew up kind of
Yeah.
like just my physique like
Yeah.
and then like the resistance band training. I've never done anything like that in the gym. So being forced to do that, it was like a different type of like
Yeah.
contraction for my muscles.
Yep.
So like the pumps were just like different.
Yeah.
So I felt like I blew up on that. And then
Yeah.
and then during the summer cross country also started. Um so like from March till June, I was probably doing that.
Okay.
And then as things started opening up, the gyms never opened up, but like
Right.
we were doing sports, so I had cross country and I was a captain. So I was lifting through that and then also running.
Yeah.
So like I would have, and then my friend, he had a home gym and they
Okay.
were comfortable with letting us go there. So I think I was doing bands from like probably March till June, which is not too long actually, thinking
No,
about
not
it.
really.
Actually, so it must have not been like 90 days. It was probably like 2 months in a row where I was training back to back,
Okay.
like 2 day split for 60 days.
Yeah.
Um, so at that point I was pretty lean. Like the first month of my cut, I lost like probably like 10 pounds,
Wow. Okay.
and then like I lost like, I was probably, I remember on my my 17th birthday, so July 1st, 2020,
Mm-hmm.
I was 135 maybe, I think.
Okay.
And I cut down from like 150. So like a
Wow.
month and a half, I dropped 15 pounds,
Yeah.
which so like I thought I was massive when I started my cut, and then at the end of my cut, I was like, "Yo, I'm so shredded, I look sick."
Yeah.
But I'm looking back at it now, I'm like so skinny.
Yeah.
It's like it's crazy, but like my legs were twigs.
Yeah.
Yeah, and like if you think about a cross country runner, like I probably look like that with like a little bit of size.
Okay.
So like you could tell
Makes
I worked
sense.
out,
Yeah.
but and then for like general public or general public, you look at that and like, yo, like he works out, that looks sick, right?
Right.
But like for like actual people actually in the gym, it's like, yo, what are you doing? Like you're skinny, like
Yeah.
eat something, right?
Yep.
But so that couldn't, I don't know. It was fun though. Like that was fun.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I was running like practice at like 8 a.m.
Okay.
This was like during the summer too.
Okay.
So 8 a.m. we were running practice. The captains, I probably woke up late, so I wasn't eating anything.
Yeah.
And then right after that, I would go to my friend's uh, home gym and
Mm-hmm.
we'd work out. Um, so I was on like a 3 day split, and like with
Okay.
that, I didn't hit legs because I tried. Like they were like, "Yo, bro, like why are you skipping legs?" Like, because like the classic like gym bro thing is to
Yeah.
skip legs and only hit
Yep.
upper body. They're like, "Yo,
Yep.
bro, why are you skipping legs?" And I was like, "Oh no, I can't. Like my knee, if I do cross country in this, like my shins, like my knee, like everything will be messed up, like my joints." So
Yeah.
I made like every excuse I could. So I was running a 3 day split. It was chest, back, shoulders, and then arms,
Okay.
which is like that's like an awesome. That's literally an awesome split because I
Yeah.
love hitting shoulders, chest, and back together. Like that pump is insane.
It
And
is. Yeah.
it was like we're in the gym and it was like humid and like probably like 85 degrees outside.
Okay.
And it's like his gym, his garage gym, right? So we're
Yeah.
like outside. And I'm like posing in like his parents' car window. I'm like looking at myself. I'm like taking pictures. I'm like, oh my god, like I'm sick,
Yeah.
which is like so stupid. But yeah. So
I love it,
yeah,
man.
that was up until um we probably did that up until like August.
Okay.
So like it was for a while. But
Yeah.
then like sometimes he would like he would take like a rest day or
Okay.
something when I didn't want to rest.
Yeah.
I was like, "Yo, bro, like, bro, just don't take a rest." He goes,
Right.
"Nah, I'm tired." I'm like, "Bro, wake up! Like, we're working out." He goes, "No, we're not." I was like,
Yeah.
"Nice. What am I gonna do?" So I was like, just mad the whole day.
Yeah.
I was like, "Yeah, why is he not? Why is he not opening his gym to let me work out?" I was like, I don't know. I was probably like an asshole a little bit, but I don't. Yeah.
No, that's awesome, man. It's cool because now, you know, fast forward to the present day where you're, in my opinion, I say you've been popping off in terms of just what you've been up to and what you've accomplished and everything. It's cool to kind of hear the journey and how you got to this point and the
Hmm.
kind of workouts you did and like posing in your friends,
Yeah.
garage and their parents'
Yeah.
car windows and stuff. Like
Yeah.
it's crazy, man. And to anyone listening to this, I'm sure you've probably heard of the University of Michigan, of course, being a really good university, being very prestigious, whatnot, not just in Michigan, but in the country. But the Ross School of Business is very, very competitive, very great business school. So I mean, Kyle, you have this great work ethic, you have this motivation, you're accomplishing a lot like in fitness, you're accomplishing a lot academically. Like, where does all this motivation and hunger come from?
Yeah. Um, I I don't really know honestly, because like I think I've always been like pretty competitive.
Okay.
Um, but not like there are some kids like I was like why are you so competitive? And
Okay.
I hated it. I was like, yo,
Yeah.
chill out. Like um I don't really know. Like elementary school, I played a bunch of sports
Okay.
and like I was always pretty smart. Um I thought. But then like in first grade, so there at our elementary school, I'm just remembering this now. But our elementary school there's this thing called PACE.
Yeah.
So it was like basically an honors program,
Okay.
but like you were still in the normal classroom and then un like maybe once a week, I don't know, but they would like take you out and then you would go to like the pace classroom. So
Okay.
you missed like a segment of normal class and you were at pace. I don't know what they did at pace, right? But my sister was in it.
Okay.
So the teacher that recommended my sister for pace, I had her and it was like my first grade teacher, right?
Okay.
So like they just can I guess they see like if a kid is like accelerated or not in their eyes
Yeah.
and then if they should be in pace or not, right? So then I think there's like a placement test for it, which is kind of
Okay.
crazy for like elementary schoolers.
Yeah.
But like my school district is like extremely like tough and competitive.
Okay.
Like from my high school alone, there was 100 kids that got into UMich,
Wow.
right?
Yeah.
And it's like less than a 600 person class, right?
Yeah.
So if you like think of like a little under 20% of the kids from your graduating class going to UMich, that's pretty
Right.
crazy,
It
right? And
is.
like most of them, it's not like they're doing like some stupid major, right? They're doing like I think like a good amount of the kids are like engineering, right?
Yeah.
And like it's a super competitive engineering school, right?
It is. Yeah.
So like a lot of the kids from my elementary school, they went to my high school and then now we're all at UMich, right?
Okay.
But like going back to that, my mom asked like my teacher if she was like, or if I belonged in pace, or like telling her like to put me in pace,
Okay.
basically, like put like just to push me, I guess.
Okay.
And then she was like, oh, like thank you for like whatever, but I don't think Kyle has any like I don't see any signs of like accelerated or like gifted learning,
Okay.
right? So I didn't know it at the time, but like looking back at it now, I was like, yo, that's kind of like annoying, right?
Yeah.
Like how can you say that even if my mom like really wants it? Like
Yeah.
I think I wrote one of my essays about it. So then it made me like stuff like that. It makes me just want to like prove them wrong, even though that's like kind of corny.
Yeah.
It's
But I
like
get what you mean, like being doubted.
yeah. So she was like saying that, and then like I remember we did like fourth grade we did like multiplication table or no sorry third grade we did multiplication tables
Okay.
and then each week or like every Friday or something you had to do like there was a multiplication table test, right? So the first week everyone on it was on ones, right? So it was like one times one, one times two, up to 12, I think. Like there was
Okay.
12 questions every test. So like obviously the ones are easy.
Yeah.
And then it kept going, kept going, kept going, right? So
Right.
on by the eighth week, if you were on the eighth test, you never missed like it, right?
Right.
You always like passed. And then it was like you had a 30 or a minute like a 60-second timer, I think,
Okay.
to finish the test, and then you had to get every single question right.
Okay.
So it's like a speed multiplication table test.
Right.
And there was no penalty for getting it wrong. You just had to redo it the next week.
Okay.
So by the eighth week, there was only like four of us on it, I think, on like the eighth one, and I was one of them.
Yeah.
And then I tried to make it a point to not get like any of them wrong.
Okay.
And then like um I remember doing it and I was like shaking doing that one.
Yeah.
And then the teacher called time before I finished. I was like, yo, no way. I was on the same pace. Like, no way. No way that was 60 seconds. Like, redo, redo. I
Yeah.
wanted to redo. And then she goes, no, just do it next week. I was like, oh my God. Like, and then I remember the next week it was like six people taking the test, and then one person went on. I was like, I should be there.
Yeah.
So, I mean, little stuff like that. I always want to be like the smartest or like the best,
Yeah.
even though I'm like naturally gifted, probably not.
Right.
But like, so stuff like that I had to work for. And then like, um, in fourth grade, like there was, we did like math online or something. Like we would
Okay.
go to the computer lab, and then there was like this. It was called IXL.
Okay.
So it was like some just like math questions on the computer, and then it was like basically you go at your own pace.
Okay.
So so I was doing fourth grade level, and then my teacher saw that, and she goes, "Oh no, like you should be doing like fifth or sixth grade level."
Okay.
So then I was like, "Okay, sure." So she put me at the higher one because you can like pick whichever section you want. So I think it
Gotcha.
only went up to fifth grade, and then it was pre-calc after that.
Wow. Okay.
But I don't think it was actually pre-calc. Like there's a pre-calc class, but then there's like pre-calc math. Like I don't think it was like
Okay.
probably sixth or seventh grade math.
Okay.
So I was doing that at that time,
Still, yeah.
which and then so I think my fourth grade teacher actually like showed me like how smart I was.
Okay.
Because I was doing that and it was like easy, and I was like getting it. It was like easy, right? So I was doing those assignments like, and they were so easy.
Yeah.
Um, so then fifth grade, I was doing. I think it was in math, and like I barely paid attention because I already learned it in fourth grade from the IXL thing.
Yeah.
Um, so then fifth grade, um, for placement into classes into middle school, we were able to test out of classes.
Okay.
So I was able to. There's like a sixth grade level math or like six seven, right? So six seven is like sixth grade math, but like advanced. So then you're a
Sure.
little bit of seventh grade math as a sixth grader.
Okay.
So like that's what I would have been placed in. Like just you can pick that one.
Yeah.
So like most people just pick that one, but I tested out of six seven in fifth grade.
Okay.
So I was placed into seven eight. So it's
Wow.
like the honors math class for seventh graders, and I was taking it as a sixth grader.
Yeah.
So and then I was like the first week I remember like I got the homework back and I didn't understand it. I was like in my grandma's living room with my mom and I was like crying. I was
Okay.
I was like let me drop. I don't want to do this. Like let me
Yeah.
drop. And like the reward, like my parents always like incentivized me doing well. It was
Okay.
like bets kind of. So my dad was like, "Oh, like if you do well on this, I'll get you like a phone." Which I'm pretty
Okay.
sure they were gonna get me a phone anyways. But they're like, "If you place into seven eight, I'll get you a phone." I was like,
Okay.
"Okay, I got it. I have to. I have to place
Yeah.
it, right?"
Yep.
So then, so then, I took the test. I passed it. I placed into it, and I got the phone. And then I was in seven eight, and I was crying. I was said I wanted to drop out. They go, "Well, if you drop out, then we're taking your phone." I was like, "That's not how that works." You guys, I go, "You guys said if I got into it,
Yeah.
then I get to keep it." But then they're like, "Just stay in it. Just stay in it. See how you do." So
Yeah.
then I ended up like studying like, and then I don't know, something clicked, and I got it, and then I was doing fine in the class.
Okay.
Um, and there were like a couple other people in my class that were my grade,
Okay.
but then most of it was like seventh graders and then some eighth graders. But then there were two fifth graders in my class.
Okay.
So I was like, these girls are like so smart. Like, how are you like a year younger than me taking
Yeah.
this class when it's like, so they're taking like 2 years advanced.
Yeah.
So like actually 2 years advanced, but like advanced for that year.
Right.
So it's like
Right.
three advanced, I guess.
Yeah.
Um, So those kids were really smart. But then there was another girl in my grade. She was really smart, and she. I always saw her, or I would talk to her after class. She would always get like hundreds on pass, right?
Okay.
So she was like insane. I don't think she got like a question wrong that whole class, something like
Jeez.
that,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
So like the grading system that we had in that class was it showed you your rank in the class,
Okay.
which is like probably pretty unhealthy.
Yeah. Probably.
But like I saw my rank I was like, I think I was like 6 or 7, six, maybe six. Like, and it's like a probably a 25 person class.
Sure.
I was like, oh, that's pretty good. But then my parents like saw it. They were like, okay, if you get top three in the class, we'll like we'll buy you a PC or something. Because I was like kind of
Okay.
into gaming and
Yeah.
like I really wanted to build my own PC. But like no way my parents were about to like buy me parts for a PC that I can build. So
Sure.
like, okay, like you what do you really want? So I was like, I really want that. They're like, okay, if you get top three in the class, then you'll get it. I said, okay. Um, and there were only like maybe one or two tests left.
Okay.
I was probably fifth, honestly. So there's one or two tests left, and I was fifth. So how am I gonna get top three when none of these kids crack?
Yeah.
Like, even if I get 100, right, they're gonna get 100.
Sure. Yeah.
So then I'm not gonna move up, right?
Right.
So then I was like, I knew I needed to get every single question right on the next test
Yeah.
to get the place or to get the PC. But so my teacher had this thing where like it was like a mini basketball hoop like hung on the door
Okay.
with like it wasn't even like a rubber ball, it was like a plush ball.
Okay.
And it was lopsided, so it was hard to shoot. Before every single test, we would shoot, and then if you made it, you got 5 points extra credit on that test,
Okay.
which literally is so dumb. But
Yeah.
like, it was middle school, so none of the grades mattered, I guess. But I thought it
Yeah.
mattered, so I was pressed every single time somebody made one, and I didn't.
Yeah.
So then I was like literally complaining to my parents. I was like, even if I get 100, they're gonna get 100, and they can also get a 105, right?
Yeah.
So how is it fair? It's not fair. Like it should be like if I get 100 on this, then I can get the PC. And I was
Sure.
trying to like negotiate, but
Yeah.
then they were like, no, the deal was if you get top three, you get it. I was like, all right, fine. So then I went to Target with my mom, and then we bought a mini hoop for my room,
Okay.
and it was I don't like so we bought a mini hoop, and then in class like one day I like measured out how far it was.
Yeah.
So then I took that many steps in my room, and then I was just practicing. Like instead of studying, because
Yeah.
I knew all the material. Instead of
Yeah.
studying, like when kids were studying, I was like shooting like hoops, practicing to get that like 5 extra credit, right?
Right.
Which that sounds so stupid, but like I wanted it so bad. Like
Yeah.
I was practicing like shooting on a mini hoop to get the 5 points. So I wrote one of my college essays about this. But
Yeah.
then like I eventually like I was like basically at the end of the line for this
Hmm.
one, and then I hit it, and then I got 100 on the test, so I got a 105. And
Yeah.
then like I was so after that I knew I had a chance, but I
Hmm.
was like, there's nothing I could have done more
Right.
to get this PC. It's just up to like chance at this point.
Right.
And then I remember like the grades came back. I got like a 96 in the class, and then I got third. So then that like weekend or the week out or whatever, I was researching parts for my computer,
Yeah.
and then like my dad took me to Micro Center, and then we like got the parts, and then we built it that like probably that weekend. So
That's
like
awesome.
like within a month, I
Yeah.
had the PC, and
Jeez.
like I still have that PC, but like we
That's
built it
awesome.
in my room.
Yeah.
It was crazy.
Dude,
Yeah,
it's just crazy hearing stuff like that because, I think that we all understand that in life you have to work hard and you have to work for
yeah,
things and everything, but so often we don't want to put in the work because it's too much work, it's tiring, it's not fun, whatever. But just to hear how much you just throughout your life you've grinded things out and stuff
yeah,
like it makes sense to see like in current Kyle with your current life, like to see, how this all came together and
yeah,
when you first were kind of talking about your journey and everything, you kind of, from me hearing it, it made it sound like you got lucky at times, you got the right messages, you got the right connections, the timing was right for everything. But
yeah,
I mean, after hearing these stories, I truly believe, yeah, there's probably an element of luck, like in with anything, but a lot of it also just comes down to how prepared you were, how hardworking
yeah,
you were, and how it sounds like you are, probably gifted with, genetics and fitness and with intelligence academically, but also you're going to outwork the other people in the room with you.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah, that's crazy. And I think that that's the biggest thing that maybe if you're listening to this, someone should take away from this. Like, just, no matter what kind of cards are dealt, just don't be afraid to outwork everyone because
Hmm.
you never know what could happen and come out of
Yeah,
that.
yeah. But like a big thing with me too,
Yeah.
like I've always had like a problem with like overconfidence.
Okay.
Not even like to like other people. Like I don't think I'm cocky. I don't think I'm like I usually try to display like humility or trying to be humble, but like in
Okay.
my own mind, right?
Yeah.
I always am like overconfident in things. So like I took um so like with my whatever the accelerated path I was on, it
Yeah.
ended up being that I took AP Chem and AP Calc BC sophomore year in high school.
Jeez.
So
Okay.
that's like AP Chem I just had to take Chem freshman year. But
Yeah.
then like Calc BC as a sophomore, that's like 2.5 years advanced basically.
Yeah.
Maybe
Yeah.
three.
Yeah.
Um so then I would always like try to plan out how much time it would take me to do stuff instead
Okay.
of just doing it.
Yeah.
So like it ended up being that like I had a calc test and a chem test on the same day, and I didn't study for either of them prior, and I
Okay.
still had some homework. I don't even know if I had homework to do, but like I needed to study for both of them, and they were big. Like those were my two hardest class. They're probably sophomore year in high school was probably the hardest year I had,
Okay.
which sounds like pretty stupid because like junior year should be, but like sophomore
Sure.
year was.
Yeah.
Um, I had basketball practice that day too.
Okay.
So the basketball practice like literally ended at 9. I got home at 9 and I didn't study for anything. And school starts at like 7:30.
Yeah.
Um so then I was like, okay, like I'm gonna study. I'll go to sleep at like 2 and then I'll be fine for my test, right?
Yeah.
And then I went to the basement. I was like, all right, yo, like I'm tired. Like if I like just lay down for a second, like take a nap, I'll be good. Like I'll be good and I'll
Okay.
be more productive in my time. So
Okay.
instead of being tired and studying for 5 hours, let me take an hour nap and then my 4 hours of studying will be more productive than the five.
Yeah.
Whatever I was doing to justify it, right? So
Yeah.
I laid down and then I went on Twitter and I was just watching like fighting videos,
Okay.
like street fight videos for 2 hours.
Yeah.
I was scrolling through Twitter. I was watching like literally street fighting videos. They were so stupid.
Yeah.
Um, and then I go, oh, it's 11. I gotta work.
Yeah.
So I crammed for like 4 hours, and then I went to sleep. And then I did fine on the test, right? But like,
Right.
so like stuff like that is like so stupid. Like I should have just like been over prepared than like
Yeah.
cutting it to the wire. Because like if I didn't understand the concept and it took me like an hour more to understand the concept, I'd have been screwed.
Yeah.
So, and then like another example is like for like the SAT,
Hmm.
I was like, well, I'm good at math. Like I'm okay at English. Like
Okay.
I'll be fine. Like why do I need to practice?
Yeah.
And then I took it. I did like okay, and then like I was supposed to be studying.
Hmm.
And then I was like, this is so stupid. Like they're the same questions. I just need to get lucky with like the exam I take, right?
Right.
And then I did a little bit better, and then I just kept taking like some practice questions, and then I read like a couple articles on like how to like some patterns in the English portion, right?
Yeah.
And then like the next one I did a little bit better, and then they usually say like your third one like you're probably not improving anymore. But I was like,
Right.
I know I can improve because I didn't really study for it,
Yeah.
like intensively study because people were taking like literal tutoring sessions here. So like a big thing
Sure.
is like paying for a course and then going to that course and then it's literally school during the summer.
Right. Right.
Which like I was used to summer school because I was taking like classes during the summer
Okay.
to get ahead, but like
Okay.
I didn't want to do like SAT. I was like, I'm gonna pay
Yeah.
for this and I'm not gonna try because it doesn't affect anything,
Right.
right? It just affects my SAT score, which is so far in the future. Why am I worried about it?
Yeah.
Right? Which is like that's pretty dumb. So then it ended up being that like 1 week out from my like I think it was my last SAT, I actually started grinding.
Okay.
Um, and then I ended up improving a lot on that. So I got a 1510 on that one,
Okay.
which is like solid, but it could have
Yeah.
been way
That's solid.
better, I think. I think it should have been better. If
Okay.
like, but like, so my main thing is like, it's good based off of like the time you put in.
Yeah.
So I want to be like the most efficient with my time to where like if I studied for like an additional like 50 hours
Hmm.
and got like a 1530, like to me that's not worth it
Right.
because it's like effectively the same thing.
Yeah.
But then other people are going to be like, "Oh, well, you didn't get it. Like you should have tried harder. You should have gotten a better SAT score." But
Yeah.
like I don't really care about like so instead of studying for the SAT, I was lifting,
Right.
you know. So it's got to be like I don't know. So there's some things that I will like endlessly work for, but then there's other
Yeah.
things like if it's not the right type of motivation, if
Yeah.
it's just somebody telling me to do it, I probably won't do it. Like
That's fair.
to the extent that I should,
Right.
you know. So then
You'll
I
get
like
by with it, but you won't
yeah,
go the
exactly.
extra mile because
Yeah,
it's not that
exactly.
important to you. Yeah.
Which is something I'm still probably working on, but like
Yeah.
it makes sense. I always make it make sense in my head,
Hmm.
which is probably not very good.
I
Which
mean,
like I don't know.
like you said, it's still something you're working on. It's
Yeah.
I think it's big that you're aware of it, and I mean at the same time, just like for me to say to you and to anyone listening, like you're 18, man. Like, you're
Yeah.
young. Like you
Yeah,
still have a
man.
lot of life to figure out. And
Yeah.
just for reference, I'm 25, so
Oh yeah.
like to me, man, it like I've been in your shoes, and like it also feels like I'm a lifetime older. I feel old, but
Nah, nah.
no, I mean it's like it's crazy. Like
Uh-huh.
when you can like identify these things now, and then like as you just kind of get older and stuff, like just you see kind of like just changes in the way that you think about things and process things. But at the same
Yeah.
time, man, like you're identifying things now that I would say honestly a lot of people don't even think about or consider or have experiences with until they're
Hmm.
like in their 20s. And then by that time, it's not too late, but I mean it's just like you have years
Yeah.
that you missed out
Yeah.
because you weren't
I
like
got
aware
you.
of it. Yeah.
Yeah. That makes a lot of sense.
For sure, man. So I have to ask, with everything going on, on your plate and all the cool things you're up to, what's the future look like? Do you have anything big in the works or any big goals, maybe for like, the new year or anything like that?
Um, Not really, honestly. So the main like dude, this first semester of school, it was like okay, but then I
Yeah,
also was like wishing I was somewhere else, you know.
for
And
sure.
and then for me, it's like I don't want to ever wish that I could have done something and not have actually done it.
Yeah,
But then it's a big thing with like school, is it a smart decision? Like, right?
right,
So then
right,
I was like, with Gorilla and Young LA, those are the two biggest like up and coming, or they're honestly not even up and coming anymore. They're the two
right.
biggest fitness brands that people want to be on currently.
Yeah,
They have like the most momentum for clothing and then like supplements, right?
right.
So I was like, if I'm on that and like my Instagram's growing and like
Mm-hmm.
people are looking for like a young kid to like follow
Yeah,
and I'm making money off of it, like why should I like why in school? Like
yeah,
why am I here?
yeah.
Right? But then like a big thing that people do in the fitness industry is drop out.
Mm-hmm.
But then they're also not at Ross,
Right,
right? So
right.
then like a lot of people are like, "Oh, college is a scam." Like
Mm-hmm.
it's just a degree and you can also like Photoshop your degree. It's like, all right, you can't really do that.
Right.
Like it sounds cool to say, but you can't do that.
Yeah,
And then also like there's a lot more opportunity at Ross than like a
yeah,
different college that's not Ross, you know?
yeah, yeah.
So then but I also still wasn't sure like is that the right decision? Because like I can also say like but like school's also always waiting for me, you know?
Yeah,
This opportunity might not always be waiting for me.
right.
So I was kind of stuck, but I didn't think it was like a reason, like an actual like prospect was dropping out. But then it was also
Mm-hmm.
like in the back of my mind. So I'm not going to be able to like fully be like working at school if that's in the back of my mind, right? So I talked
Right.
to like my parents about it. They were like upset and very
Sure.
against it, like
Yeah.
appropriately.
Right.
Um, and then I talked to like my psych professor because
Okay.
she's like all about like she's like positive psychology. So she's about
Yeah.
like optimism and
Yeah.
like carpe diem, right? So all the
Mm-hmm.
things I want to hear, and like if I took all of that, I would probably be like somewhere else, do like pursuing fitness. But
Yeah.
then like, so then I talked to her. She goes, like, no, it's not like you don't want to do that because like if you leave school and you pursue it fully, then you're looking at it as a job at it, looking at it as a job instead of
Mm-hmm.
like just something like a hobby and like
Yeah.
something you enjoy doing. So then maybe your content changes and then you're
Yeah.
only relying on that. So then you're too like worried about like likes and other things and like stuff to
Yeah.
make you grow.
Yeah.
And then you're also very limited with that because like
Mm-hmm.
you're just solely relying on like other people when
Sure.
like if I were to graduate Ross and then use that degree with Young LA and Gorilla and my
Yeah.
Instagram and like push it even further, right?
Yeah.
Then that's like way bigger opportunity. But then like in my mind that's so far.
Yeah.
Like who like are people even gonna be using Instagram by then? That's like
Right.
what I think. But
That's
like
true.
they definitely are
Yeah.
because like I think about myself 4 years ago. It feels like nothing has like in my daily life, like nothing really has changed.
Right.
Like I'm just instead of being at high school, I'm at college, right?
Yeah.
Like, but
It's
like the stuff I do on my phone is still the same.
yeah.
You know?
It's like a lot has changed, but like at the same time, not a lot has changed, right?
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
It's like so hard to think about, but then like I just got to be like confident that like what I do is like substantial enough to last,
Yeah.
which I don't know.
It's a lot, man. It's a lot.
Yeah.
And I think again it comes back to just the point that you're young, you're 18, you have a lot to figure out, man. And
Hmm.
from an outside perspective, outside looking in, it seems like you've maybe you haven't cracked the code on life yet, but you're cracking the code. You're in the process of it. You've accomplished a lot of good stuff, in a short amount of life. And I think the future is really bright for you, man. And I'm
Yeah.
excited to see where the journey takes you and kind of the decisions you make, the path you take. And yeah, dude, it's been really cool hearing about your journey, and I'm
Yeah.
excited to follow
For
along
sure.
with it and continue seeing where you go.
Appreciate that, bro.
Of course, man. Um, is there any, I guess, like wrapping things up, is there any like last words or message that you want to share with anyone that's listening?
Um, honestly, like what I wish I knew like 3 years ago, maybe.
Okay.
Like that. Not obviously, it's corny, but like, don't care what anyone else thinks. Just do it, right? Whether that's like, because I always thought like if I started fitness Instagram, I'd be made fun of.
Yeah.
Like, who are those people to make fun of you? You know? So like high school stuff, like so stupid, but you think it's everything in the moment. Just don't think about it. Just do what you want to do, and then good things will probably happen.
I love it. That's a great message. And I mean, from Kyle, someone that is recently removed from high school, you're hearing him say that. And from me, who, geez, it's been like 7 years since I graduated high school, like someone that's pretty far out of high school, like I can totally agree with it. Like everything
Yeah,
seems so big in those moments, or even in like undergrad, like things seem so big when I was 18, 19, freshman in college, stuff like that. It doesn't matter in the grand scheme. Like, don't let what other people's, judgment of you scare you from doing what you want to
yeah,
pursue, what you're passionate about. So definitely, Kyle, I think that's a great message. So if you're listening, definitely take that to
yeah,
heart and go for it. Go for whatever you're passionate about. Kyle, if anything that we talked about really resonated with people, people want to follow your journey, they want to connect with you, they want to support you, through Young LA, through Gorilla. Best place to check you out is Instagram.
yeah,
Okay. Um, do you know that off the top of your head?
yeah. At Kyle S Jung,
Okay.
KYLE
Okay.
SJUNG.
Okay. Perfect. So then I'll also throw your Instagram handle in the description of the episode. So
Right.
if you didn't catch that, go click in the description, check out Kyle. I'm assuming in your bio you have like all your links and stuff.
Yeah,
Okay, cool. So yeah, go support Kyle. if you do, shoot him a message, let him know you did, or if you have questions about his life, his journey, um, the companies that he's an athlete for, I'm sure he's happy to answer those. But definitely someone that I think you should keep your eye out for. I think that Kyle has a very bright future, so I'm excited, like I said, to follow along. And I think anyone listening, especially if you're into fitness, check him out, and I'm sure you'll see some huge things in the future.
Thank you, bro.
Of course, man. Well, thanks for joining, and maybe we'll have to do this again like a year from now,
Oh
see
yeah.
see what's going on and stuff.
Perfect.
But best of luck with
Sounds
everything,
good,
man,
bro.
and it was good
Yeah.
talking to you. Of
Thank you. Good talking to you. Thank you for having me.
course, man. Talk to you later.
All right. See you, bro.
See ya.